Hey, Sumolings, what's up? I'm Christy with AppSumo. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're joined by Pankaj, co-founder and CTO of InVideo. Pankaj, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, we also have two other team members from the InVideo team who are going to be answering your questions in the chat box. So if you're here, we already have people saying hi, everyone. Hello. Awesome. Bob, yes, we will be recording it, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. So if you're here, then you are probably here for a demo and walkthrough of InVideo. You're in the right place. But if you're not quite sure what InVideo is, it is a simple, scalable video creation platform with templates that help you make engaging videos in minutes. You guys, this software makes creating amazing videos dead simple. I was very impressed when I did the demo with these guys before the deal went live. The best part is that it's on AppSumo right now for $49. So you're going to want to scoop up this deal if you have any intention of making videos for your business. So let me tell you a little bit about how this webinar is going to go before I hand it over to Pankaj. So right now you're seeing the two of us, but in a second, I'm going to shut down my camera. Pankaj's going to take you through a demo and a walkthrough of the tool. If at any point you have questions for the team, go ahead and put them in the chat box. As I mentioned, we have two people from the InVideo team who are going to be answering your questions. Apart from that, I'm also going to pop back on after the demo and ask some of the most frequently questions, some of the most helpful questions that I saw come through the chat box live. So that way you guys can focus on the demo and not necessarily have to watch the chat box the entire time. And if you can't make it until the end, that's okay, because I will be sending out a replay of this webinar later today. So that way you guys can catch up on what you missed or just rewatch all of it to get a better understanding. All right, so we've got lots of people here. You guys, we have over 450 people registered for this webinar today. So lots of you are interested in it. So I'm going to let Pankaj take it away. Why don't we go ahead and just make sure your screen sharing is working, and then I will shut down my camera.
Perfect. So I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Yep.
Awesome. There's the vortex of the webinar software. Yep. Okay, great. So everything's working. I'm going to let you take it away, and just let me know when I can come back on with some questions.
Sure. Thanks, Christy.
Awesome.
All right. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you very much for signing up for the webinar and for all the support you guys have given so far. It's a wonderful, wonderful community, and we're really glad to be a part of this. So I'm going to quickly dive into the demo, and I'm going to take you through a couple of use cases so as to what kind of videos you can make on InVideo and how quickly you can do that. All right. So we essentially have two sections where you can get started. One is the InVideo Storyteller. So this is ideal for, say, blogs, articles, listicles, or any kind of story, your own story that you want to make into a video. And then, of course, we have quick videos. So these are essentially ready-made videos wherein the template is set. You can simply replace the content with your own, and you would be able to get a video out real quick. So these are the two use cases that we have. I'm going to go ahead and start with quick videos to start with first. And just one thing here. So this is where you need to pick what workflow you're going to choose. And at every point of time, you would see a lot of this watch tutorial link, which is going to give you a fair idea of how you can go ahead with your video. Well, so at any point of time, you can just dive into that and have a 2.5-minute preview of how the entire thing would work. So step one is basically picking a template and then getting started. So now a couple of caution words here. We need to be really careful while we pick the template, because that is probably the most important thing, and the entire look and feel of the video that you make, it's going to depend on the template that you pick. And we have a huge collection for different categories, so you can simply hover over them to preview it, or if you want a bigger preview, you can simply click on it, and it's going to give you a larger preview that you can look at. So once you've made sure that you've picked the right template, you can, so now, like I mentioned earlier, this is a quick video template. So it's going to open up a ready-made video with different scenes, and we'll go about going to the content, changing a few things and see how things can shape up. So I'll just wait for the video to come up. Perfect. So yeah, this is the place where my entire video loads up, and we can see that there are a bunch of scenes here in the bottom. Now we can just go scene by scene and we can replace whatever content we like, and we can structure the video the way we want to. Now this, for example, is a template for a restaurant. So what we can do is essentially, let's try and change the media in a few places. Let's say I'm going to change this scene to something like a pina colada. Yeah, so we have an entire media library in place here. So you can search for images or videos and then go through the collection that we have. And say I want to change this particular image. What I can do is simply pick this and drag it here. Now, this is going to give me three options. I can either replace the image that I selected. I can add it after the image. So if I want more than one image to show up on my scene, I can select this particular option. And if I want to add it as a separate layer, like we can see here in the GIF above, we can simply select this option. So here in this case, I'm simply going to go ahead and replace the image. So we see that the image has been replaced. Now, say text. I'm going to go ahead and change the text as well. Yep. So text is good to go. Similarly, I can select each and every text field that I want to change and pretty much make this frame my own in terms of whatever content I decide to put in. Yep. And say all these elements, you can say you decide you don't want to keep the calorie bit in here. You can simply select it and delete it, and then probably just realign the price a bit to for it to look good. So you have all the flexibility that you want. And say you're done working on this particular scene and you want to just preview it. There's a small preview button here, and that is going to give you a low resolution preview of the scene that you've made. We try and keep the previews low resolution to save on the bandwidth bit. So if you notice that the quality of the images, it's not very good, you can be rest assured about it that when you export the video, the quality would be good. So we don't really have to worry about that part. Now, say we're done with scene one, we go to scene two after this. On the next scene, say here I'm going to put, I'll just search for something else. So this is again a slightly different layout. So you have another option to put the same menu item. So I'm going to try and put in a video. Here we of course have a video library as well, from where you can choose and pick stock videos and you can use them. So if you want to preview a particular video, we can simply click on the play icon and it's going to give you a larger preview that you can look at. So let's say we'll go ahead with this one. I'm simply going to drag it here. And I'm going to go ahead and replace it. Now, when it comes to videos, of course, we would want to trim the video. So as in when you add videos, there'll be this little trim modal that will open up. And if you want to say pick a particular section of the video, you can simply move this slider and decide that, all right, I want the say first 5 seconds of this particular video, and I can hit done. So this is, I have the video in place and my scene duration and all those things get adjusted accordingly. Now, here say I want this particular piece, say I'm gonna market this as like a low calorie thing. I want to show this particular text box with a bit of an impact, and I want it to come at a slightly later stage. What I can do is I can select this text box, and there's this little green color timeline here with 2 dots at each of the ends. I can decide when this particular text box will appear and when it would exit the scene. So I decide that I would have this text come in at 6.8 seconds and then stay till the end of the frame. So I've just set that. Similarly, I'll set the animation of the box to something else. I'm just gonna do a flip. All right, now if we just preview this particular scene, we'll see that the text box, the low calorie text box, we can actually control when it appears into the scene and then when it goes out. So we can do all of that when it comes to animation, setting the in time, out time, all of those things can be done here. Now, as we mentioned, we got a ready-made video here, but of course we might want to restructure it to our liking. So what you can simply do is say you don't like a particular, or say you want to delete one particular scene, you can simply remove it. So that's gonna go off. Say you've constructed a scene to your liking, and say you want to duplicate that one so that you want to follow the same structure across the video. So you can select that particular scene and then hit the duplicate icon right here. So you can always duplicate as well. And say if you want to add more scenes, so based on what kind of scenes are available in that particular template, you can just pick from the one that you like and then simply hit on add scene, and it will add it to your video. It'll get added after the current scene that you were on. So this way you have the entire flexibility of structuring the video to your own liking. And then once you're done with the whole thing, you can simply go ahead and preview the whole video. So here again, it's going to give you a low resolution preview of the entire video that you have currently made. This takes about 15 seconds or so because it's something that it generates on the fly. And then you can have a fair idea of how your video is going to look like. Say once we are done with this, we decide that we want to export it. So we can simply export this particular video, and after that, say about in 3 to 4 minutes, I should have this video. Normally, if it's a 1 minute video, it would take around 3 or 4 minutes for the video to get exported in HD resolution, and you can always track the progress here on the My Videos screen. So it's going to show you how much of processing is done. And as soon as it's done, like we can see this particular video, we can simply download it or share it to different social platforms. So that's how this quick videos work. And just to keep a track of what projects you're working on, you can simply rename them here. Yep. So that's how you'll have a track of what projects you have, and accordingly you can track them all here on the My Project screen. So this is how you can go about creating a quick video. And now the second workflow that I was talking about earlier, InVideo storytelling. This is essentially ideal for blogs, articles, as I mentioned earlier. So we'll just go ahead and pick a template and get started with the same. Now here again, I would want to reiterate that we need to be really careful while picking the template, because the entire look and feel of the video is going to depend on this. And also, a few of the templates, you might notice that they have a few intrinsic elements in terms of some kind of overlays, light leaks, etc. So those have been put in keeping in mind the design of the video of the template. So you might not be able to remove them at a later point. So if you're looking for a specifically clean video that you want to design it yourself, or there are a bunch of clean templates which are available as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick this one. We also have a option to pick in what format you want to make: square, vertical, or rectangle. So let's try a square video this time. And let's say we'll start. So the first step here is basically you can start off in three different ways. You can simply copy paste your script, or you have an option of starting with an article link as well. Or if you want to start with a bunch of photos or videos that you have, we have those options as well. So here is the article link option, and here you can simply drag drop a bunch of photos and get started. So for this demo, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly paste in a script that I have handy. So this is where we paste the script. We just need to make sure that we keep the sentences short and just start the text for a new scene on a new line, so that on the next step, when the storyboard comes up, the system will automatically create a storyboard for you. So it's structured in the right way. And for every sentence that you have put in, you would be seeing a separate scene made for you. So we'll just wait for that to come up. Yep. So this is how the storyboard looks like. So now here again, we can simply go about making sure the text and the images or videos that we are going to use, they are in place well. So I can just access the media library here. I'm just gonna look for a few pictures here, and then we can add it to the scene that we want to. So to add pictures, we can simply again just hold it and drag it here onto the scenes. So yep, we can see the live preview of how the scene is going to look like right here on the right. And we can go about doing that for each of the scenes that we make. Yeah. And on the storyboard, you also have, so right here, what I had done is I had purposely put in a quote, and you have an option. You have a bunch of different styles that you can use for your scene. So we have a quote, question, story, headline. And if you look the representation, it accordingly gives you a different kind of a representation here. And you can always decide to change the style you want for any particular scene. You can simply click on the drop down and say I would want to convert this quote into back to a story. I can simply do that, and we'll have a basic representation of this particular scene coming up here. Now, we have another interesting thing. What we can do is essentially embed tweets and Instagram posts into our video. So all you need to do is add a scene, select social block as the option, and I'm just going to go ahead and quickly pull a link to a tweet. So here we can put in the link, and what it does is it essentially fetches the information from Twitter or Instagram based on the link, and it will create a nice representation of that particular post, like we can see here on the right. and we can simply preview it as well to see how the entire tweet would show up into our video. So this is quite a utility feature, I think, which you can use often if you want to embed tweets and Instagram post here in your video. Now, say while we are working on the storyboard and we decide that we want to work on a particular scene in a bit more detail, you can click on edit scene here, and this will essentially open up the editor for you, where you can select each and every element, and then there are a bunch of editing options that you can pick from. So say we select the text here. There are a whole bunch of editing options. You can change the text, the font, size, styling, color, opacity. You can also pick the way your text animates onto the scene and the way it goes out. Similarly, if we select the image, you can crop the image to our liking. We can also decide how it fits onto our scene. For example, there's this little blur on both the sides because it's more of a horizontal image that we are using in a square video. So I decide that I'm simply gonna crop this to the screen. So it will essentially crop the picture so that it can occupy the entire screen. Now, say if we don't like a particular representation of how the scene is looking like, we have this option here of having more scene options. So it's just going to give you different ways you can represent the same frame that you have. So you can pick one. Say I want the text to be right aligned here. We can pick one with the right aligned text as well. So you can go that route as well. Now, coming to the left panel here, we have a bunch of interesting elements that can help you enhance your video. So social, like we saw in the earlier step, you can simply put in a link and you can get a nice social frame for yourself. Similarly, we have a bunch of stickers that you can use, which essentially just adds a bit more flavor to the video. So you can see I'm just gonna click on this smiley and add it to the video. And then I can position it wherever I would like to, and just drag it around. Similarly, we also have layouts. So say if you want more than one image to show up on the screen in the form of a grid, I can have options up to two images with different kind of animations that I can pick, and then accordingly build a grid for my background. So we support grids up to three images on a particular video. So that option is available as well. Now going to overlays. Say if you want to add some kind of extra effects like light leaks or confetti, you can simply preview them here, and you can add those as well onto your video. So here are a bunch of we have light leaks, we have confetti options, so smoke options. So you can do all of it, and this is going to give a bit more. It's going to make your video slightly better. So you can use all of these options under the elements section here. Um, then comes, say there would be often cases where you would want to add more than one text box on a given frame. So you have all the flexibility to select from your template text boxes, which will follow the same style that you've picked. And then a bunch of stylized text boxes are there as well that you can pick from here under the text right panel. So you can do that as well. So this is where you can finish off your entire scene. And once you're done with that, you can just hit save and go back. So similarly, on the storyboard itself, you can simply just go through the entire video and get through it scene by scene. So once we finish the entire video here, the most important part again for a video is the music bit. So we have a music library from which you can pick whatever tracks you like. So we have a bunch of tracks here, and based on the mood of the script, you can essentially select whatever music track you want, and then accordingly, the one that fits best for the script is what you need to pick. And there's another option if you prefer working in the advanced editing mode. The interface that we had for quick videos is something we have an option for the storytelling mode as well. So you can work with the entire editor open and go through it scene by scene. So this is another way in which you can work on the storytelling videos as well. And a few other things that I would like to point out is uploading your own media. So, of course, under media, we have a section called My Uploads where you can upload any of your files, images, or videos that you want to use. And we also have an option of uploading music as well. So, say you have your own set of tracks that you want to use, you can use upload more music, and that will remain for your account. You can use it across all the videos that you are going to be creating. And once you are done, oh, another thing which I missed out earlier, we have an option to change the project colors overall across the video. Say I can simply go to custom. I can decide that instead of the black bands that I'm getting, uh, say I pick a different color, it's gonna apply that color across the video. So I have an option to uh, essentially change the colors in my video at any point of time. So this gives me the flexibility. Say later I decide if I want a different look and feel, you can do that as well. And once we're done working on the entire video, again we can simply preview the whole thing, and then if it is good to go, we can simply export it. So this is the entire storytelling workflow that you can use for converting any blog article or a script of your own into a video. And these are the two workflows that we have in place. And with the storytelling workflow, it's extremely flexible. You can essentially structure the video to your liking overall and construct it the way you like it. And here on the My Project screen, as we see that the old video that we made, it's already ready and we can download it. And if we decide that we want to go back and edit one of the old videos, that as well, we can simply hit on edit project, and you would be always allowed to go back to your projects, change a few things, and then just re-export it quickly. So yeah, that is pretty much it in terms of what the platform is all about and how you can go about making your video. So I'll be more than happy to take over the questions post this.
Awesome. Great. Thank you for that demo. That was very helpful. We had a lot of positive feedback in the chat box. Okay. So I've actually taken note of some of the more helpful questions that I saw come through. So one of the questions was, what type of formats does the video export as?
Perfect. So it comes out in an MP4 format and in high resolution, that is 1080p.
Okay, great. Now we had a lot of questions about doing a voiceover. How does that work?
Okay, we do have, so I'm just gonna show it to you how the voiceover bit works. We have an option below any scene. We have this little add button with a mic here. So you can simply either record your own voiceover, or if you have a pre-recorded voiceover, you can simply upload it as well. And you can add voiceover to all the scenes that you have.
Okay, awesome. It seems easy enough. So let's see. Someone's asking, must there be text for each scene? What if it's a video montage and there are several strung together video scenes I'm uploading? So does every scene need text?
No, absolutely. It's not compulsory. So if you don't need the text, you can simply select it and delete it. Or if you don't put the text on storyboard, even that is perfectly fine.
Okay, great. Someone would like to know, can I add my own watermark?
Absolutely, yes, you can do that as well. While if you want your own branding to show up on all the videos initially before starting up, you can simply go to brand presets here on the top right, and you can set up your logo, your brand colors, your intros and outros, and all of them will show up in all the videos you make.
Okay, cool. And actually, we just had a follow-up question to the voiceover. Can you do music and a voiceover at the same time?
Absolutely. So music is something that's going to run in the background for the entire video. And on the scenes where you have voiceover, the background music volume is going to go down to about 10 or 20%, and the voiceover is going to take over. So you can do both together.
Okay, great. And now, is that audio level, is that adjustable? Can you make the music go down
Absolutely.
even more if you wanted to?
Absolutely, it's adjustable. You can control the background music and the voiceover volume both.
Okay, good. So I think we just answered my next question, but I'm just going to ask it just in the event. It says, can you fade sound out towards the end of a video, or does it do that automatically?
Right. So the music tracks, it will automatically fade out at the end of the video. And with respect to scene level voiceovers that you add, you can control the fade in and fade out for the same.
Okay, great. And someone's asking, can you show what pre-made niches are available? Maybe those are the templates.
I'm sorry, Christy, I did not get that question. Can you say that again?
Sure. Can you show what pre-made niches are available, like the different templates that are available?
Sure. Okay. So once you log in and you select quick videos, so under quick videos, we have a bunch of options that are there. So like for different categories, for say you want to make product videos, promo videos, videos for your social networks, all of those kind of options are available here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's see. We had a couple questions about the actual details of the deal. Can you kind of go over the stacking codes and what that gives you?
Sure. Okay. So we do have a stacking bit. Like if you stack 5 deals, essentially what you unlock is unlimited videos. There is no limit over the number of videos you can export. It also extends your duration limit. You can export videos of up to 10 minutes. And it will also give you the option to add up to 3 users for each of the account that you make. So that is what you unlock with 5 deals. And for one deal up till fourth, you simply add 30 videos on every deal that you stack, 30 videos per month.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's see. We just had a question come in. It said, maybe I'm a little late, but can you add in a progress bar in the video? A horizontal bar that continues to show the video's progress.
Okay, so I think something like that is already there. While you render your videos, it's going to show you the percentage and the progress bar. I'm not sure if it's about that only. If that's the case, then we already have it.
Okay, great. I think that was it. Now, someone had a question. It says, if you create a story video based on an article you didn't write, are there any concerns regarding copyright?
Okay, so if the content is being picked from an article, and say you end up picking a few, it will of course get the pictures or videos as well from the article. So in terms of copyright, that is something up to your discretion, because we would simply be helping you make the video. The content that you put in from outside, it's going to be up to you. So we would not be essentially liable for that.
Okay. So proceed at your own risk is what he's trying to say, guys. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So someone says, my question is about having several text boxes fade in and out at specific times in one scene. I can fade one text box in and out, but if I want to have a second and even a third text box follow in sequence at specific times, can that happen?
Sure. So, like I mentioned while I was giving the demo, that you can add multiple text boxes onto a scene, and you can select it and also set the start and end time of the text box. So that would help you achieve that particular thing.
Okay. And Mark is asking, are there any analytics for the videos? And is there a way to target users who watch a certain percentage of the video?
Sure. So the analytics come into the picture when we talk about video distribution. So that is something beyond our control. At this point of time, we are just helping you make the video. But of course, going forward in the future, like if you happen to share videos on social networks that you've connected to InVideo, we're going to be getting in the analytics bit of that as well for Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and a couple of other platforms.
Okay, awesome. So those are all the questions that I have. What I would love for you to do is actually tell these guys where they can reach out to you after the webinar in case they have additional questions.
Perfect. So for the people who would be already using InVideo, I think the best way would be the little intercom chat box while you're logged in or you're on our website. So you can simply put in a query there, and we can assure you we almost have a real-time support, and somebody from the team will definitely answer any kind of questions that you have.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you again for doing this demo, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm going to be sending out a replay of this demo just in case you need to go rewatch something that you already saw. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.